Hello guys, how are you getting on? Are you well? I'm Robbie, your fluency mentor and your friend from EnglishHarmony.com. But this is the blog Easy Idioms. That's where I publish all those idiomatic expressions that I record in these video lessons, and then I publish them onto YouTube and onto that blog called EasyIdioms.com. And I decided to create this blog and start running it, largely due to the fact that my website EnglishHarmony.com got too cluttered up. Cluttered up means too crowded. You know, there was too much information. And I didn't want all those blog posts to be literally jammed in there. So I just decided to create this blog. And in this video, we're going to focus on the phrase, on the collocation, largely due to the fact. And if you've been listening to me attentively, you'll definitely notice that I already used this phrase in the beginning of this video when I said that I created this website, easyidioms.com, largely due to the fact that, then followed by the rest of the sentence, right? So, largely due to the fact is a way native English speakers refer to some fact, you know, when they attribute that fact to something else. Basically, they explain why something happens, and a very smart and intelligent way of explaining that is using this collocation, largely due to the fact. So, stay with me for a couple more minutes and I'll give you a few more example sentences. Hi guys, and welcome back. So, largely due to the fact. I actually recall recording a similar video, and in that video I focused on the phrase, what was the phrase? For the simple reason that. So that's a more colloquial way, because these words for the simple reason that are kind of more common, you know, simpler, but largely due to the fact may sound very intelligent and sophisticated and smart, even though there's nothing really smart about that. You know, once you learn the phrase, you repeat those words, you memorize them, and then you start using them in your conversations, largely due to the fact is as easily to pronounce as for the simple reason that, you know, there is no real difference, except for the fact that those words are a bit longer maybe, you know, but they're not necessarily more difficult or more difficult to pronounce, by the way. And let me come up with the first sample sentence involving the phrase largely due to the fact. So basically, when you decide to go to your boss at work and ask for a raise, it's a very brave decision, and many people would be very, very hesitant to do so, largely due to the fact that they're afraid of being refused. So basically they're afraid of the refusal, because they believe that the boss would most likely tell them, no way, all employees are paid equally, and there is no way we can add on to your salary based even on your increased performance or anything like that, because we employ everyone on an equal basis, and that's our company policy, and we're going to stick with that, right? But here's the trick, my friends. You don't have to be afraid of that. Even though you might get the refusal, it never hurts to ask. That's the simple truth, my friends. And this was just some random sentence, you know, I just came up with it to put the phrase largely due to the fact in it. But it's still a very clear representation of how this phrase is used. And then comes the sentence number 2. Let's just pick something random. By the way, I don't prepare for these videos at all, whatsoever. Just show you guys that improvisation can be achieved if you do a lot of spoken English practicing. And I definitely think that I can speak fluently in English, largely due to the fact that I speak with myself on a daily basis for an hour, maybe 2 hours with myself every day. Believe it or not, my friends, but that's the fact. And my fluency development has happened largely due to the fact that I speak with myself. I develop my fluency that way, and I warmly suggest you do the same thing. And this was the second sample sentence. And let me think of something else. What can we use from the objects being right here on my desk? These are my house keys. And speaking of house keys and doors and burglars getting into people's homes, most burglaries occur largely due to the fact, right, that the key, what's it called, the cylinder, the lock cylinder, I'm not really sure, I'm not that good with that terminology, right, but I'm pretty sure it's called cylinder, the lock, door lock, no, not lock, cylinder, whatever, you know, the thingy that you stick the key in, right, you insert the key into the cylinder and then you turn it to lock the door, right, that cylinder can be easily broken off with just using a pair of pliers. You can just break it off, and then burglars can easily turn the door lock, and gain access to your home, and gain access to all your valuables being left at home. So make sure you never leave anything at home, right? But anyway, this was the third sentence when you witnessed me using the phrase largely due to the fact. So in this particular example, I said that most people get their homes burgled largely due to the fact that burglars just break up the door lock cylinders. If I'm not mistaken, that's how they might be called, door lock cylinders, you know, but I could be mistaken. But it's okay, that's fine by me, because I'm not afraid of making mistakes. It's a crucial part of my philosophy, of the whole English harmony philosophy. That's how I go that's how I go about my own fluency improvement. And the simple pronunciation mistake that I just made, I was going to say about, and then I said about. I don't know why I did it, but it just happens. I'm just showing to you guys that it can happen to anyone. It happens to me. Today I made a couple of mistakes, but it doesn't matter. I'm not a professional. I'm not a native English speaking teacher who's going to tell you, listen, these are the perfect standards. You have to adhere to them. And if you go with anything lesser than that, it's not good enough. Nothing like that. I'm just a common guy, and I'm showing you guys how natural fluency can be achieved from the comfort of your home. Just do some spoken English practice with yourself, and even more importantly, you can use a simple digital camcorder to record your monologues, so to speak, and it's going to make the whole process even more efficient, because when you speak right into a camera, it kind of creates a fake impression as if you're talking to someone, so it kind of focuses your entire attention. But if you just speak with yourself randomly, just walking around, it's still effective, but I personally find that it's not as effective as recording your messages as videos, right? So you may as well just start doing that, and who knows, you can start your own YouTube channel, start posting those videos there, and let me know if you do that, and send me the links, right? Okay, thanks my friends, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.